Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do some things with your menu and with lists in general. So in the last video, we talked about, how to create your menu and put the links that you want in it. But I'm guessing that at least some of you will want to have these kind of across instead of up and down. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to open back up my style sheet. And I have to style my line item. So just to review, let me quickly go back here. If you inspect this, you'll notice that it is a line item in a list, in an unordered list. So in order to get this to display differently, we're going to have to style the line item. So let's go back to our style sheet, line item. And what we're going to do is change the display value to inline block. So, when you have things that you want to do like this, I would obviously recommend Googling it, but you'll find something like this. So I'm going to show you in this video, but if there's something else that you want to do that I don't have a video for, Google it and really look into the code that they're using. I mean, that is one of the skills I want you to take from this class, is being able to Google something that you don't know and then end up applying that and using it. So, bit of a tangent, but anyways, let's save this and go and bring my style sheet back into here, replace it, and then when we go to back online on the website, refresh it, you can see that they are now in a line. So you might think, okay, well, that's fine, but it still kind of looks terrible. So by now you have the skills to make this not look terrible. But let's just go ahead and run through that. So one thing that we can do is go ahead and style the list itself. We can style you'll notice that all of those line items were also links. So if a link is within a line item, so what this is going to do is style links, but only if they're in line items. So otherwise it won't style them. And let's just go ahead and take off that underline. So the text decoration, let's just do none. So that'll take off the underline. And let's make the font size a little bit bigger. So let's go with like 24 pixels. Font weight, let's make that 700. Remember that 700 is the equivalent of bold. And then something else that we'll want to do, if you go back here, you'll notice that they're kind of squished together. So let's go back and the line items, let's give them some margin so that spaces them out. So let's give them a margin of 10 pixels. And let's just do that for now and see where it gets us. And go back to the site, refresh, and you can see that we've now got some, so the menu is now not only horizontal, but it's also bold, has bigger font, and no longer has the line underneath it. You'll notice that when you hover, it turns red. So say that you do not want that to happen. Let's just go ahead and fix that. So in that case, we're going to use a pseudo class, it's called. So we're going to still style the links that are in the line items, but we're going to do the hover. So instead of turning red, perhaps we want it to turn blue. Let's go ahead and move that over. Replace it. Go back to the site and refresh. And now when we hover, it's blue instead of red. So that gives you some ways to change your menu. You'll note that it did change some other things too, and the reason is because these are also line items. So if you only want to change the menu line items and not anything else, then you're going to want to do it for this specific container, this div. So if you're using Chrome and the inspect element, you can actually just double click and copy this class. And then we can go back to our code and we can say that we only want this line item if it's in this class. And I'll just copy this whole thing. We only want the links in the line items that are in this class, and we only want the links when hovered in the line item in this class to change. So now when we save this, and refresh, you'll see that these links are back to normal, these line items within lists that are also links, and the only things that changed are these. So these are no longer affected. And then, you know, I'll just show you one last thing, and that is how to, you know, you might want to change this, the background of this to make it kind of stick out. So this is something you probably already know how to do, but we'll just go ahead and do it. If you go back to your style sheet, then you want to style this container, which has this menu, main menu class. And you can just make the background color. Let's just say we want to make it gray. And maybe we want bottom border that's 1 pix solid pink. Oh, that tells me that that is not going to work. I would probably use a hex value anyways. So let's make it CCC. Okay, save it. Put it in here. Replace it. Refresh. And then there you go. I've got a background, and now this actually kind of looks like it looks like a menu. So not the most, you know, beautiful of menus, because we've been using kind of bold colors and everything just so the examples are obvious, but it does in fact look like a menu. And if you wanted it to be, you know, any different, you could style it differently. So hopefully that is helpful to you.